It's easy enough to drift along. I could drift along and just wash up on a beach somewhere or think this is what life is. But back again, everything I do is a step towards somewhere, toward my future. And I think there's really some benefit in me, for me at least, maybe for you too, in living backwards.
When you get what you want, but not what you need. When you feel so tired, but you can't sleep.
When I was about 7 or 8, my brothers and I decided to try to do everything backwards. We walked backwards, we rode our bikes backwards, sitting on the handlebars. We set the table backwards with the fork and knife the opposite way and dishes upside down. And we even did our homework backwards, which drove my mom crazy because we were homeschooled and we'd do all this backward writing in the mirror and whatnot. We had a wonderful time doing it, and we did crash and burn a few times. But one of the things that was the most fun for us in that was watching the shock on the neighbors' faces as we kept doing this day after day after day. But when we grew up, there was a story we heard about that time when we were doing all this that made us quit. We read a story about a couple guys riding on a motorcycle, and one guy in the front, of course, one in the back. And the guy in the back didn't like all the wind blowing on him, so he took his leather jacket off and put it on backwards. And they got into a terrible accident. And when the police came to help the poor fellow on the back, they turned his head around so it would match his jacket. And we didn't want that to happen to us, so we kind of quit what we were doing. But I've wondered now as an adult if there's some benefit in maybe living backwards a little bit, so you can see where you're going. And I really needed to see the turns, and we were missing the view. Can we live from the end back to the beginning? And I think there's some ways that might benefit us. For example, if I want a certain career, it might determine what classes I would take or what my work ethic was. Socially, the friends or the kind of life I want to have might be partly determined by the friends that I pick now. Health-wise, maybe I have to get up in the morning if I want to be healthy at 75, or drink a little more water once in a while. And what about our inspiration and our dreams? Do those just happen by magic, or do they take some planning and some development? Everything I do is a step towards something, towards somewhere, toward my future. It's easy enough to drift along. I could drift along and just wash up on a beach somewhere or think this is what life is. But back again, everything I do is a step towards somewhere, is a step toward my future. And I think there's really some benefit in me, for me at least, maybe for you too, in living backwards. Hi, my name's Rita Corbett. My background is in health, all kinds of health, hopefully my own health too, and now yours. I'm very interested in mental health, social health, physical health, and even that part of health that tends to lead us into inspiration. When I speak, I like to be practical. I like stories. I like telling you about my kids or things that I've done right or things that I've done wrong, but I like to ground things so they can be remembered. Because who wants to go to a book and say, well, points 1 to 10 is what you need to do when you're angry? No. We need something shorter and quicker and easier to apply than that.
Ignite your bones, and I